Hi, and thank you so much for joining me today for day 16 of 30 Days of Sketches, round 10 with Christie's Beautiful Life. And today's sketch, which you will have seen there at the beginning, is created by Lockhart Dyckman, and it's beautiful. Straight away I saw the circle wreath on it and thought of this paper from Spectrum Sherbet from 49 and Market. It's the last piece of 12 by 12 paper that I have with this circular element on it, and I knew that I wanted that to be the base of my layout. Now Rebecca's got 3 photos going diagonally across her circle wreath. I'm actually using 3 photos clustered together, and then I'll add a separate cluster to the right hand corner of the page, so that creates like the third element, if you like. Anyway, so these are photos of the giants who came to Liverpool in 2010, 2014, and then this was their last trip in 2018, and it was called Liverpool's Dream. We went down on a Sunday morning to see them. It was absolutely mesmerising. I missed the first one but saw the second and third. Mum and Dad have seen all 3, so we all went down together. And the photo at the top is of my daughter with our neighbour's daughter who was there when we got there. Of all the people that you would see in these huge crowds, we saw our neighbour. So I've just matted all 3 photos onto some tissue paper, and now I'm adding some foam pads to the back of the photos. And here I make a classic mistake of sticking the photos down before I've worked out the photo mats and the elements behind. So then I have to peel them up to get those elements behind. And you'll see I've pulled some bits out already on the left and right of the page, which are some of the embellishments that I'm going to use on this page. It came together ever so quickly, this. I don't have a lot of the oranges and yellows left from this collection, and they were the colours that I wanted to focus on because I'm using the orange circle paper. So here I am just sticking these photos down, like I say, which I shouldn't be doing, because then I want to try and tuck all those bits behind. But all is not lost. These papers are amazing, really thick, high quality, and it's very easy to pull things off. And it's at this point that I realise, oh, really shouldn't have done that. So I'm just going to go around and pull things back up again and tuck these elements underneath to create a nice little cluster there. And now I've worked out those elements on the left hand side, I'm going to turn my attention to this little cluster that I mentioned on the top right. So I'm using this tag as my grounding piece, and then just adding some circular bits and this word strip that says choose joy. So just fiddling about a bit more. And this is one of the chipboard pieces that came out of the middle of one of the book plates from the chipboard pieces from the Spectrum Sherbet elements, but I kept hold of it because it had a nice yellow border and I thought it might come in handy as a layering piece, and there it is. I noticed that this photo of my husband and son was sagging a bit on the right hand side. I hadn't put enough foam underneath, so I'm just rectifying that here, and in doing so managed to double layer the foam. You can't really see it on the film, but I will go back in and cut some of that off later on. You can see just there when I'm pushing it down, I know it's not right, but I just leave it for now. So I'm just going to go round and glue everything down now with my wet glue, because it's positioned and behind those foam pads I don't want to mess, so just using a wet glue is a great way of just getting these stuck down without having to move too much. And now I'll come in with my tiny foam pads just to add some dimension to this circle arrow, and also mount up that Choose Joy title, which would otherwise topple off because it's layered onto that chipboard. So gluing down the tag and circles first of all before sorting out the pieces that will go on foam tape. And this little word is from one of the Cocoa Vanilla sticker sheets. I think it might be these days. It was just hanging out on my desk. I've just got a couple left from that sticker sheet, so I've just put them in a little pot in the hope that they'll make sense on some layouts and I can add them to those. So gluing down this viewfinder, and this is where I sort out this foam. You can see where it's double layered there, so just pulling off the excess and cutting it off with my scissors. And that sits much better now. And now I need to look at that string that's attached to the tag. If you've watched my videos in the past, you'll have heard me lamenting over how I really struggle with the string on tags to work out exactly where to put it. This one I decided to cut the knot off, loop it through the hole a couple of times, and then just tie a tight knot, just so that the pieces hang freely. Please let me know if I'm not alone. And I really struggle with tags. And then this one I'm just going to thread some yellow cotton through and then just attach it loosely to the back of the layout. So next I want to add my title. These are some Jen Hadfield thickers. They're absolutely gorgeous wood grain and go really nicely with the colours on this layout. So I'm going to spell out the giants using these, and then I'm going to come in with some very old LE Studio letter stickers to write out Liverpool's Dream, which is what this section of the giants was called, this final piece. So just using my my stamp block to lay the stickers out so that I can see exactly how long they're going to be before I sit them down onto the layout. And just fiddling about to check that it's all straight, adding the dot on the eye. And that's the title done. So now I want to come in with my journaling. Date first, using my date stamp, and that will go up on that piece of paper there, 7th of October 2018, and then my journaling. And this is going to go directly under Liverpool's Dream, just like that. And the journaling just reads, "We took the train with Granny and Grandpa to see the giants in Liverpool. As we made our way to the docks, we bumped into Talisha," which is the name of my neighbour's daughter. Now, I'm not happy that it's completely blocky on the bottom, and I will resolve that. So I'm just going through some very old ephemera bits just to see what else I can stick on. So I've got this heart sticker from one Studio Calico sheet, and then I find another word phrase that says hello there from another Studio Calico sheet. So just sticking that down there underneath that photo of my husband and son. And then coming into these Bo Bunny stickers. You'll have seen me using these in the past if you watch my videos. I love these puffy stickers. They're from the latest Beautiful Life range. And just adding 3 little arrows there to create a chevron, and it just breaks up that straight line across the bottom that I wasn't happy with. Because the main part of the layout is a circular element, I didn't want any straight lines on this, so this is a great way of resolving it. I tried some of the dots as well, but I wasn't happy with that. But I will come in with my enamel dots and finish that off. A little puffy star there next to the heart, just to add a little bit more to that. And finally, I'm coming in with my Nuvo to add some dots around the layout and next to those little chevrons. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please check the description box down below to see everybody else who's joining in on this hop. There's a playlist, so you can see them all very easily. And if you enjoy watching my videos, I'd love it if you give me a like and a subscribe. It really does help my channel so much, and it helps me and motivates me to keep going. Do chat in the comments below. I love to hear from you. And until tomorrow with my next video, I'll see you then. Thank you so much. Bye.